Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of The Professor's Picks alongside Mr. Ken Golden, the professor of Prague. What's up, Ken?
Oh, just recovering from illness and just getting into the swing of things, I guess.
There you
So,
go. You got some good stuff for us today?
I don't have a lot of stuff, but I have some good stuff.
Okay,
So
cool.
I don't think this is going to be a
Lay it
super
on
long.
us, man. Lay it on us.
I've said that there's going to be some weeks it's not going to be too long. This is probably going to be one of them. I'm going to get the pre-order. We have one pre-order that's going to be launching. It's the second album from Di Virgilio, Morse, and Jennings. It's got a very clever name. It's called Sophomore. So,
That is.
and if you're, it's their thing is not really so much of like a prog thing. It's more of an acoustic bass, almost like a Crosby, Stills and Nash sort of thing.
Singer-songwriter, yeah.
Yeah, three good vocalists, singing together. So that's the one pre-order. I'm gonna bang out the vinyl because there's not very much. We got the new album that we started shipping from the Flower Kings. We have black vinyl, and this is the limited edition orange black marbled vinyl, limited to 500 copies for the world. So that's one thing.
Orange, black, marbled. I'm sure that's beautiful. They're getting a little ridiculous with all these colors, Ken.
You can't believe the names.
Collect them all, right?
We did one for Leprous. It was smoke vinyl, and it didn't sound very good actually. We've got two reissues. I don't know if you know this band. For All We Know,
No.
For All We Know is this is actually the first one here. It's a side project from within Temptation guitarist Rujali.
Okay.
Cool guy, and he's got all kinds of great people. He's got Christopher Gildenlau, Leo Margaret. Both of them were from Pain of Salvation. Of course, Christopher Gildenlau. Daniel Gildenlau's on here. Sharon Denadel, the singer from With Temptation, is on here. Anybody else famous? John Wesley. And the second one, it's Annika sings on it, so it's like a revised lineup. It's actually more in a prog rock vein. We sold the CDs years ago, and I got to know Rude a little bit. Nice guy, and now they're doing it on vinyl. This was delayed for some reason. We finally got some copies of the Stephen Wilson Gentle Giant interview. We had it on pre-order like forever. So this is a really cool album that I think you would like. The CD is coming. It's not out yet. I don't know why it's not ready, but it's not. It's the new one from Hedvig Mollestad. Do you know Hedvig Mollestad? So she is an amazing Norwegian guitarist, and she works in different realms. She actually, total side project for her, she played on the last White Willow album. She played some lead guitar on the last White Willow.
Oh, okay,
album.
all right.
But Jacob S. But that's not her thing at all. She does, I wouldn't call it metal, but very heavy guitar, rock, instrumental stuff. She gets into jazz, and she gets into fusion. She's quite an experimental player, and this one is a new trio that she's calling Hedvig Mollestad's Weegens, and the name of the album is Weegens. And Stale Storloken, the keyboard player from Elephant Nine, main guy behind Elephant Nine, he's playing in this trio, and this is they call it a double live album debut. I've listened through it once. Long tracks, a lot of improv stuff, kind of like Tony Williams' Lifetime meets King Crimson.
Wow. Okay.
It's good stuff, and all of her albums are a little different, but all really, really good. She records for Room Gramophone.
Now it's because the more I kept thinking about the name, and I'm like, why does it sound so familiar? She has appeared on lots of other albums on that label.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've actually heard quite a lot of her stuff, but for whatever reason, the name just didn't hit me at first. But
she's
a pretty amazing player. She does that noisy kind of rock stuff. It's kind of like avant-garde. Yeah.
She's an amazing talent, and she's on Room Gramophone, which is this weird Norwegian label that has some very odd ideas about distribution and yeah, but she's faithful to them, and she just keeps coming up with these different directions, and they're all great. She's man, if you like heavy guitar stuff, and Ståle Stålorken, I think that guy's unbelievable. So his main keyboard is the Hammond organ. So like I said, it kind of brings back that Tony Williams lifetime thing, and really, really good. All right, let's hit the CDs. There's only one restock I'm going to mention. So, all right, so this is new. This is by Domcraft, Sonic Moons, Swedish band. You know this one? It's on Magnetic Eye. It's heavy, psychedelic fuzz doom. If only there was like a YouTube channel, had a program that would cover this kind of thing, I think it would probably go over pretty well. Yeah.
I think there's a show called All About the Fuzz. I've heard about it.
Really?
Yeah.
This would be perfect.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. This is not my thing, but man, we sell a lot by this band. Eclipse, Megalomanium. They're on Frontiers. Melodic, they call it melodic metal, melodic hard rock, I guess.
Basically, musically like the Whitesnake 1987 album, but with different style vocals. It's not very bluesy. Yeah. It's a good band for what they do. Guitar player is amazing.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Very popular. And I got to be honest, not everything we sell here is things that are up my alley. I learned that many, many years ago, when I tried to make this into like my full-time profession and went from being a hobby, I realized, well, I can't just make a business out of just selling Musea Rosenbach,
Right.
So, I'm kind of amazed how many of this we sell. We have a lot of customers who like it. So, we've got something for everybody.
They're good at what they do.
Yeah. CD for we got the CD version of the Flower Kings. And I was surprised. I screwed up and I double ordered it, and it's selling like crazy. So I went from like, oh, I have too many to like, gee, I hope I have enough. So and I love the cover. I think the cover is really cool.
Yeah, the artwork is great.
A little glare. This one, this is another kind of doom thing. Haroon, Wilting Within, recorded in San Francisco. Kind of we got a little space rock to it, also psychedelic, heavy stuff. This could be your thing. This one you reviewed, I didn't know much about it. Bob Holes Stathis Collaborative. Got some unbelievable playing on this. It got Randy Brecker, Jean-Luc Ponty, Ralph Armstrong. So yeah.
John McLaughlin.
Yeah. Now this one is I'm mentioning it really because I haven't been able to get stock, and now we finally got stock on the thing. Matteo Mancuso. So if anybody had been looking for it and they couldn't find it, we finally have copies.
That's a really good album. Really good.
Yeah. Does he ever come over here? Be cool.
I don't know. He needs to though.
Yeah. 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 I'd like to go see him. New one from Silent Skies. Tom Englund from Evergrey. This is more of like I call it like an art rock project.
Yeah, it's kind of ambient-y, just.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, you know what? There's a built-in audience for Tom's work.
Yeah,
and if he's a great singer, if you're expecting Evergrey or Redemption, you're not getting it here. Yeah, but
people dig it.
One that I don't have to hold up because I sold out it already, but by the time this shows, I will have a restock. It's a great fusion album from 1978, Visitor 2035. They were a British band with an American keyboard player, and the stuff's just wicked 70s fusion. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Secret Oyster. Keyboard players, unbelievable. Craig Pruce. And yeah, I used to have it on vinyl. I couldn't find my copy of it. I was going to hold that up as a substitute. Anyway, it's got a really cool cover, really cool cover art, and a really shitty package. You know, I don't understand why these labels doing these, you know, these little cardboard slivers.
They get lost on the shelf. You put it on the shelf somewhere, and you'll never
see it again. You never see it again. You know, it's like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the last album I'm going to mention is one that there's a show called For Fusion Friday, right? They mentioned this album, and Mr. George Lamy asked me if I'd have any interest in bringing in copies, and I said, sure. By Taku Yabuki, Modern World Symphony No. 3. This album's a mindfuck.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
This album, so he's the keyboard player in Koenji Hayake, the avant-garde prog ensemble. I don't know what you call them. You know, they're kind of out there, a great band, kind of Magma influenced actually. And he did this. He's the keyboardist and did this album 3 years ago.
Yep.
Didn't have any distribution, and he's got like everybody playing on this thing. He's got Shane Gallus on drums. I can't even read it. My God. Who else is on here? Marco Miniman's on it. On guitar, you got Frank Gambale.
Bali's on there.
Gianluca Ferro, the Italian shredder. Marco Sfogli. There's just a million people playing on this thing. But it's incredibly progressive. It touches on fusion, for sure fusion, and definitely prog.
Yep.
But it's this big, sprawling thing. It's got strings, it's got everything. I mean,
some of it's heavy, some of it's kind of like world music. It's all wrapped up into one. It's really good.
It's really good. And so I got in touch with Taku Yabuki, and he was thrilled to have somebody be able to offer it in the US. We worked out a deal, so we've got a great price on it, selling it for only $18 for a Japanese import. And if there's one album you're going to buy this week, this is the album you want. If you don't buy this album, you guys are stupid. That's how good this album is. This is really, seriously, I mean, I don't know how this escaped our attention 3 years ago, only because I guess nobody knew who he was.
It's tougher than some of the Japanese stuff. Yeah, it really is.
Just don't know how to reach out to people. Yeah. And yeah, this is a special album. And the response so far has been fantastic. And he's already sending me more copies. So we'll have a pretty good supply. So, you know, we might run out over the weekend, but come Monday, Tuesday, I'll have fresh stock. So, but for the moment, we're good. And seriously, that one just totally blew me away. You know, George was talking about it. You guys were talking about it on the show. I actually watched the show, and it in my opinion, it was better than what you guys said it was. That's how much I enjoyed it. That's how much I enjoyed it, because it was just so different, but cohesive and just epic in scope. Yeah, I'm definitely putting a lot of hype behind this one.
That's why it's so great, because it is so epic in scope and it comes across so cohesive and it flows really nicely. And it's just the arrangements are really well done. There's all this mind-blowing playing and soloing, but none of it sounds like a shred fest or sounds like they're just shredding to shred. It's very thoughtful arrangements, and there's actual compositions on there, right? So it's
cohesive. Yeah, it's very cohesive, and it has pretty good flow to it.
Yeah.
So it goes off in different directions, but somehow it all ties together.
Yep.
And it's long, and it's going to hold your interest, because there's always something happening. So if anything, you'll say, "Oh my God, I'm exhausted" by the time you're done listening. So, hey, Pete, do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's almost time for a new live Steve Hackett album.
Oh, of course, sure, why not?
So it's been a few minutes. So next week we'll be shipping the new Steve Hackett.
There you go.
Arrived, and I got a lot more stuff for next week. This week was kind of light. Next week we got a lot of stuff.
Cool.
And, yeah, we'll talk about it. So,
well, as always, we'll be back here 1 week from today, same bat time, same bat channel for the professor's picks. But in the meantime, go go to lasercd.com and scoop up all the stuff that Ken showed today that you're interested in. We'll have the list down below in the comments section, as always. So if you want to do a little copy and pasting, that's what it's there for. So I want to thank Ken for coming on and letting us know what's releasing today. And of course, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. We got the links to our Ko-Fi page down below, our merch page, and our Cameo page. And of course, go to lasercd.com for all the good stuff. So until next week, for Ken Golden, I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in tomorrow for the UK connection. Simon and Stephen are back in the house once again, and then ranking the albums on Sunday. So till then, have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care.